earliest memories with breaking through and playing with him?
Yeah, a lot of good memories from obviously being involved with Coke at a young age. Even before I actually made my debut at Coke at 15, I think it was, or 16. I used to train with the first team when I was even younger than that. Big Noel Mitchell down there, a good friend of mine, not just myself but my family, and used to have me out training with Coke first team at a very, very young age. And yeah, then he gave me my debut. Him and big Stephen New Pritchard was in there as well. So a lot of fond memories, and something I look on back now in my career that I'm very, very fortunate that I had that pathway, because it exposed me to senior football at a really young age, and I think that was really, really important for my development.
And Hagan Park, it's sort of a really hub in the centre of Coke. What was it like playing there, and sort of those early experiences at the ground, and sort of the fans and maybe the family connection you sort of had?
Yeah, Coke's a fantastic club, always has been. There's a lot of good people throughout the club that, you know, they're a family-run club. You know, a lot of volunteers within the club that help it out, and yeah, they're playing football at a good level there, and it's hard nowadays to get players as well, but Coke always seem to be able to attract them players, and yeah, just having the chance to play there at such a young age, and you know, in front of fans as well, was great, and played with so many good players down the line as well. And yeah, obviously my brother's still connected at Coke there. He's in doing a bit of coaching and still playing, so I always try and get out there anytime I'm back in Northern Ireland to try to get to watch a game if I can, and yeah, a lot of good people still involved with the club.
And the move to the Cruise seemed like a bit of a whirlwind few years for you, like winning the Player of the Year and stuff, but trying to explain, like, how did the Cruise come about at the time for you?
We actually played for Coke. We actually played Crusaders in an Irish Cup game at Seaview, and they beat us. I think they beat us 4-0 or 4-1, but there's not often something good comes out of a 4-0 defeat. But yeah, that day I was playing left wing. I think a big Gareth McKeown, who was a very, very good right back at Irish League level, was playing right back, and I gave him a bit of a tough time. So after the game, Stephen Baxter spoke to me and my dad, and it sort of just went from there. There was a number of clubs that was interested in me at that time, and probably would have been easier for me to go to a club a bit closer to home, because obviously I wasn't driving or anything at that time, so it was dependent on my dad to bring me down to Belfast 2 nights a week, or 3 times a week with a match day, obviously. But yeah, I chose to go to Crusaders out of everybody, and I'm so thankful that I did, because again, a bit like Coke, another big step in my career and for my development.
And some of the characters, like Stephen Baxter, Irish League legend, he's still in the league with Carrick, and even Decky now, he's managing the Cruise. Just tell us about some of the people you met there.
Yeah, the group of players that I was involved in there, all really, really good people. Obviously Stevie Baxter brought me in, and somebody who I have the utmost respect for, not just personally because of what he done for me, but you know, what he's done for the Irish League in whole is incredible. And you know, some of the players, I think back to, obviously with Spearsy in as well. Jeff Spears was coaching at the time, and you know, another character, and you know, big Coatsy, Davy Rainey, Michael Halliday, Big Chicken, Jordan Owens, Chrissy Morrow, players like that were Irish League greats. You know, Steaky McBride, Gareth McKeown. We had a really, really good team at that point. And yeah, obviously Dacky's. I always remember my first pre-season. We used to go to Stormont, and I remember somebody saying about trying to keep up with Dacky going up the hill, and I tried to keep up with him, and then he just took off. That was his fitness levels. But yeah, I'm glad to see that Dacky's obviously in there now and done a fantastic job last year under hard circumstances. So I hope that he can continue to improve. And again, he's somebody I keep in contact with as well. So you know, it's great to see him doing so well.
And you're in a unique position at the time. You played a bit in the Irish League, and then we had to move across the water. For the boys to get around right here in the Hill and stuff. But I think that helped you at the time, having that ground in the Irish League and then making the move across the water.
Yeah, I always say this. I look at young kids now who, you know, certainly over in England, who haven't had the benefit of playing senior men's football. They're coming 18, 19, 20, 21, and all they've played is youth team football throughout and then the struggle when it comes to that, you know, that jump of being able to go to the senior team, or or the first team. So my time in the Irish League is, that again helped my development. By the time I'd moved to Brentford, I was exposed. I'd played 150, 160 senior men's games between Coke and Crusaders. So for me, that was huge in my journey. And I look back with fond memories. And if I was doing my whole career over again, I would do it exactly the same way because of nothing, only good things to say about it.
Being away and stuff, did you ever keep an eye on the Irish League, following the games, stay in contact with everybody?
Yeah, always did look out for Crusaders results anytime they won a trophy. Because whenever I left, we'd sort of just won the Santanta Cup and we'd won the League Cup, and that was sort of the start of Crusaders going on a bit of a successful journey. And anytime I'd always sent Stevie a message, anytime that I won a trophy or coming up to a final or something like that. So still keep in contact with some of the players. Obviously football has players come and go, don't they? But a lot of them, some of them still playing. Obviously Michael Halliday still playing at Bangor. So I've still got good relationships with people. But Crusaders, again, a club that means a lot to me.
And finally then, just the league itself, more players involved in the senior Northern Ireland team that sort of come through the Irish League. From the outside, where do you sort of see where the league's at the minute and how it's sort of growing and going out for trajectory?
Yeah, I think the league obviously can still improve. Everybody knows that, and there's certain changes that probably need to be made for it to go to the next level. Obviously, the money that's been put into it now by you have Larne and that have come in, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but obviously they're trying to challenge. They're getting the money from Europe and stuff like that, and they have set a good benchmark for teams to try and follow them now, and hopefully more teams can start going that way, because a good Irish League benefits everybody, really, doesn't it?